spread your consciousness or speak your consciousness. Now, many of us learned that it was safer to keep our mouths shut about certain stuff that we were experiencing, feeling, noticing. For some of us, we learned that many, many years ago. Some of us learned the hard way. But what's true about this time, and I've said this in several of last year's energy updates, people are more ready and more open to transformation now than ever before. Now, that does not mean they're going to see things exactly the way you see them or have beliefs that are identical to yours. But in general, they are going to be more open to transformation, more open to conversation, and more open to you than you might perhaps believe or history might have told you they are. So be really willing to speak your truth or speak your consciousness when somebody says something or is holding a belief that you have a slightly different perspective on. Now, of course, you'll know if you shouldn't. You'll feel the person and you'll be like, oh, no, I'm not saying anything to this person because I can tell it won't be welcome. But with the people you're not so sure it's not welcome, and they're talking about something and you're like, well, I have something to add to that. I have a different experience. I'm just going to share it. Not to make them believe you. You will be surprised how that will spark their consciousness, because we're all here to help each other. We all need each other. We all help each other open. So if you got used to editing yourself a while ago and editing your consciousness out of the conversation because you thought it wasn't welcome, I highly recommend you ask yourself, is that true right now? And is that true with this person I'm with? Because things have changed and more people will want you to show up more as who you are than ever before. Because the thing about us showing up as who we are, it doesn't really matter what our beliefs might be if they're different to someone else. What people respond to is authenticity and honesty. And people, we feel that. No matter how programmed our minds are, we really go on feeling with each other, and we go on how the energy feels, and we go on what we sense. So you being honest about who you are is not to convince anybody of your truth, but it is instead to bring the truth into the conversation. People are hungry for the truth right now. Remember, we're in a time where lots of lies are coming to the surface, and truths too. And people are hungry for the truth.